Welcome back to the Punch channel. This is Panzer Battles, 11th Panzer on the Chir River. It is published by Multiman Publishing and is a standard combat series game from the gamers, designed by Dean Essig. So we're just getting underway here with turn 5, the first activation. Now this is turn 5, so there's some housekeeping in order. This is the 17th to 18th December 1942 turn. And of course, the Soviets are coming from the north. So which way is north? That way is north. So left of the screen is north with the map orientation that I'm using. This is the 2 map. You can just see the demarcation line here with the plexiglass. This is the 2 map 2.1 scenario called Panzer Battles. It is the full scenario, as big as it gets, 2 full-size maps, and all the units in the game. So we are not quite winding down, but we are past the halfway point at this point. So, housekeeping. Initiative. The Soviets got initiative, and they went first and drew the dummy chit. So, not great. But it has advantages for them later on in the turn. Then the first German chit drawn was the 11th Panzer chit. So let's break down what's going on here. We're in the middle of things. Okay, so there are no road marches. Let's see. Here's the order, the turn sequence order. We'll just do it this way this time. Initiative, done. Activation. So we are on the first real activation here. Draw the chit, barrage. So all the 10 arrows indicate barrages of one sort or another. The only thing not on screen is the there's a large Soviet stack at 0726 over near Chuvalevsky. That's to the northwest of here, northwest, and it got DG'd by the infantry gun, Company 9 of 111th Panzer Grenadier Division, Regiment rather, that just happens to be over there. All the rest of 11th Panzer is on the screen. Tried to do some, there are mortars here that attempted to DG the stack. We actually did get a DG. It had already had one, no casualty roll. Then got the division artillery located over here, the park over here, targeted this hex and got a DG and a step loss. This hex missed. This hex, DG, no step loss. Mortars attempted, these mortars here attempted to go to that hex, no DG. The mortars here barraged rather, this hex, and they got a DG and also a step loss, which took out 3rd Battalion of the 49th Motorized Brigade, I believe that's a motorized brigade. So decent showing on the part of the artillery. The moves are indicated by gray arrows. Now we had an overstack situation due to the retreat. So all the units in those 2 stacks were, this stack, which became 2 stacks, they were all DG'd. So I moved off, this is a stack of armor. I moved them forward to resolve the stacking issue. And together with the unit here at the stack rather at State Farm 79 and this stack right here are attacking into 1828, yeah, against the 3rd Battalion of the 50th Motorized Brigade. That's going to be a 5-to-1 attack. Let's go ahead and roll the dice on this one. Oh, so road march, no road marches. We did barrages, we did no road marches. We've done our movements just here and here. All right, we moved up these units to join in an attack. Now combat. The dice do not love me. That is an A1, D1, could have been worse. So that's fine. A1, D1. So that's it. That's the D1, and then the A1. Well, it has to be the strongest attacking unit. Now, interesting question. These 5s are the strongest outright attacking unit. I do, however, let's unpack this a little bit. I have a 6, but it's DG'd. I'm going to go ahead and just play it as if it needs to be this unit, the strongest Avenger, that gets the casualty step. That seems to be appropriate, I think. So I will do that. So we've taken the casualties either way. Could have been worse, A1D1. There was an A1 potentially. So now down here, this is it's a 2, 3, 12. It's DG, so it is actually a 2 for defense, and we've got plenty to make it a 5-1 attack. So let's hope for better results. Not so great. That is a DR1. That's all we get, just a DR1 out of it. Done. And he is a 2. Interesting. He's a 2. Well, I think I'm going to hold off on the advance after combat, and I'm going to take a chance. Okay, so that is it as far as combat is concerned. Now, exploitation. I'm going to exploit up here, thus, and I'll duly note it. And I'm going to execute a 3-1 attack right there. Let's get some dice out here and indicate that it is a 3-1 attack. I think I'm due a decent dice roll, but we shall see. Not too shabby. 10. That is going to do fairly well. 10 is a D1R2. This unit only has the 1 step left. It is gone. So that is a happy turn of affairs, and the overrun in the exploitation phase results with the units being in that location. Let's see. For other exploits, I'm going to go ahead and move this relatively weak stack up here. So that was the exploit and overrun, and this will be an exploit here. Pull some of these guys back. All right, and I think that's it. The only other exploit stacks I have are some covering forces here that I am happy with in those locations. I can't really do anything, can I? Nope, the divisional artillery is not exploit capable, and the stacks here are exploit capable, but I like them generally where they are. Now, could they do better? They are at maximum range. They could do better. So I'm going to exploit these guys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Gray goes back there. He was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody's on the road over here, and they're all within 3 hexes, so I've got them locked down as far as road march is concerned. They're not getting away or going somewhere else to cause mischief. This is a reasonable defensive stack. It's a stack of 7, so they're going to have an uphill climb to do that. So I think I will also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 do that. So this gives me a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. That row is okay. And that is an enemy. No, that is a friendly stack. I'm going to come in 1. Okay. And being properly drawing these arrows here, 2, and I'll draw that arrow, and that's reasonably representative. It's a big kind of fur ball there, but this is indicative. So basically, the gray tan are barrages, successful pointing towards the unit, unsuccessful pointing away from the unit. Did fairly well. Got a casualty step, and then movements into proximity here and here, attacks here and here, both with some success, this one with better success, and then the overrun right here, which kills the unit. So all in all, a fairly good turn. At the end of it, supply considerations. So now that's interesting, isn't it? Well, hold on. Friendly, no Zoc. So the friendly, hold on, the friendlies do not mitigate for supply. Let me check. Let me check this. I may have a little modification to do here. Supply. Right. Tracing supply lines. Enemy units and EZOCs, non-negated EZOCs. Impassable terrain, enemy units, non-negated EZOCs block supply line traces. Okay, so an EZOC can be negated for these purposes. The difference is that in a retreat path, an EZOC cannot be negated by a friendly unit. So this unit can trace a path here, here, and outwards to freedom. Same, everyone is fine here. And fine, and the unit over in Chuvalevsky is just fine. Everybody's fine. Now, DG removal. Convenient. I'm going to start pulling off the arrows as well. No, I'll put it back on there. So the DGs come off, for which I'm grateful. And that's pretty much it. I'll put this guy back in, and I'll take my picture on the fur ball. Okay. Great. That is the end of a fairly successful turn at this stage of the game. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, if I count it right. Yeah. No. 1, 2, 3 steps of losses, which is still not bad. And a couple of DG'd stacks of units, which is very desirable, as well as the large DG stack over at Chuvalevsky. And I have to be content with that. All right, so we've covered everything in the turn. I'm going to advance the turn marker, thus. So ready for a Soviet chit coming up. All right, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you down the road.